Now, today I'm going to talk about a stash of weapons that the police seized down there in Westmoreland, right? And I'm also going to touch on a few of the issues surrounding our local politicians and how it just seems like them can't keep them hand out of the cookie jar. But I could deal with Westmoreland first. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, and in particular members of the Specialized Operation Branch, seized a large cache of firearms in Westmoreland, right? And I have to commend them for this. I have to commend them for this because even though people might say, well, Serpy, them only find six weapons and nothing. Well, people, right now, we have to take what we can get. Right now, we have to celebrate even one because they found one AK-47, which is what you're sick when you scream right now. And don't worry, I'm going to get back to that AK when you talk about this AK. They also found two 40 caliber pistols, 3-9, right, 138 rounds of ammunition, US $6,760, right, which at the current exchange rate would be somewhere around, just call it close to $1 million, right, just call it $1 million. And they also found Jamaican $227,000. But the real giveaway as to who this belonged to, who for money this, is when it turns out that they also discovered a lead sheet. Now, from you say lead sheet, US, plus a bag of guns, you already know we are talking about scammer business. You already know the scammer them there, right? Not to mention the 3 cellular phones. They actually found about 20 lead sheets total, right? So scammers down there in Westmoreland, them take a hit, right? I know people are gonna come in, then can buy it back a morning. Listen, people, any little victory you can get, we have to celebrate it, right? So commend the police force for discovering these weapons, right? I'm assuming they were acting on intelligence, and the reason why I say that is because one, the fact say them get so much one place, plus the money and the leash that show me say the scammer them never get no time to take with themselves. It's probably somebody get catch and start a leak like a water commission pipe, right? Remember, 99% of the time, anytime the JCF make any big discoveries, it's because another criminal is leaking, right? Now, here's the thing, people. Let me touch on this AK briefly. We have to talk about this. As you can see, this weapon is in a terrible state, right? But we're talking about 87s. We're not talking about people who are, dedicated to cleaning their weapons and all of that. But here's the thing, people. You see as rusty as this AK look? You see as shabby, as dirty, you see it look like say it's been through hell and back? Let me assure you right now. If you pick up that AK, load a magazine, right, put a round in the chamber, squeeze the trigger, I can guarantee you it's going to fire. As bad as it look, once you insert a magazine, right, put a round in the chamber, take off the safety, pull the trigger, somebody will go dead. That right there is the beauty of the AK. It's one of the reasons why it's probably this rifle is probably responsible for more man end up under the dirt than any other on the planet. Maybe the M16. Those are the two main rifles, right? The two main killing machines, M16 and the AK. But the beauty about the AK is, oh, you see it right now, somebody can take it up and carry it up on the ops.
As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. Dear God, may I always be forgiving and tolerant of others, just as you are forgiving and loving toward me. May your word be the guiding light that carries me gracefully through each day. Amen.
Download the Pray.com app today.
Why you niggas go and talk to the cops? Why you screaming gang, gang, but under pressure you get all of them knocked? Why broke bitches want
Almost indestructible. So don't watch how it look. Don't watch how it look and say, boy, sir, yo, the man they gun rusty, then gun they can't use. Oh yes, them can use. As a matter of fact, it probably come off a mission yesterday. You don't need no only for cleaning, you don't need no only for baby treatment. Listen, it was meant to take a bruising. Right? Now you can see they also recovered a bag of handguns, and I noticed 2 of the handguns them also full of rust. So what that tells me is that these were probably buried. Because enough of them weapons, the man them actually lock them, them actually bury them, and the moisture and them thing there, right? Especially when you talk about metal, the moisture, you start to find the rust, and especially if you live near the seaside, because I don't always smell on this, right? You don't know iron, sea, rust, you don't know them things they go. But trust me, people, don't bother watch the state of this AK. It is still a menace, and any community going on right now, people are going to run up and down. I've said it before. A lot of people message me and give me their opinions, but in my experience, not opinion, in my experience, there is nothing worse. There is nothing more terrifying than an AK-47 firing on full automatic. I don't want one, right? Me don't want one. You can't give me no AK if you carry upon the ops. I'm all about precision, I'm about marksmanship. Give me the AR-15 any day of the week. Give me the M4 any day of the week. Right? Give me the Australian, them have a rifle called the Steyr AUG. Give me that any day of the week. Give me the British SA-80 any day of the week. Me don't want the AK. Right? But when you talk about durability and going through battle and just taking beating, trust me, you can't lose a fight. Right? But unfortunately, we're starting to see even 87 octanes are moving away from the AK. Now I realize that the AR-15, M16, M4 them are, right? Because all of a sudden they're interested to start shoot better, right? All of a sudden they're more interested in accuracy. So big up the police them for this fine, right? Hopefully we say next tomorrow them find 110 and the next day after that they find 120. Personally, at this stage, there was a time when we used to kiss my teeth and say, you know what, that ain't none. But now, right now, we take anything we can get. Anything we can get. 138 rounds of ammunition. Theoretically, that could take at least 138 lives. Theoretically. So, again, congrats, big up. Now we need to see some convictions, right? And when the man, when them hold on upon them man, yeah, them need to make them man, they tell them where we get them from, where we bring them through, which route to not take. And they make them just lock up man for gun and just throw them in a jail. Get intel from them. As a matter of fact, this is what I would do. I would say to these men, listen, if you're supposed to get 50 years of jail for all these weapons and lead sheet and money, here what? We're going to give you a reduced sentence. We're going to give you one of those Ratos deals. Right? But here what you have to do for me. You have to go show the exact route we want to use to bring them in. And you have to go show you who not deal with from Haiti or America and bring them in. Right? And give them a lesser sentence. In my opinion, it's worth it. If Ratos Kratos, who is a serial killer, kill much people, can get 3 years of jail for all of that for sinking Tesha Miller, then the man them who they behind this, who them lock up, we can give them 3 years too, right? Keep the gun them, give them 3 years, and then make them give you the route, the exact route, and who are them supplier, and who are the people who are above them, because trust me people, you see this gun running business, you need people at the highest level in Jamaica to pull it off. Now, get a youth can pull off certain ops by themselves. The logistics that's involved in moving these weapons through certain coast guards, through certain waters, through certain borders, undetected, trust me, you need big help to do it. So if you can get someone, right, to get information there, that is more valuable than the 6 rifles. And when you get the information there, here we do. You're not even going to bother about your lock up now 1 and 2 man. Make them plan a big shipment. Make them plan a big shipment. You don't stop them, you know. You want them actually go buy the gun them, load them up, and don't carry them in. One big boss. Who wants to be a hero? Who wants to be a hero? Listen, it's time we stop getting caught up in the little 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Listen, make us start think big time. Make them pack a container. Make them, matter of fact, you know what I will do? Me that call them. Me that call them and order I want 500 rifle from them. And make them full of whole container, come send, come give me. Right? And just sink them. Listen, that's what Uncle Sam does. Uncle Sam come to you and tell you, say, yo, you know, so we can get you one 200 key of coke, you know. You know, on a diet coke. And you know, what, 200 key? Yeah, man, Uncle Sam, man. Which one can I meet you? And then when I go meet Uncle Sam to rotted. You swear a criminal you are deal with. When you look door kick down, pure DEA agent. That's what Jamaica have to start deal with it. That's what we have to start deal with the infiltration. Right? And them things we have to start to get inside of these gangs, start buy gun from them. Right? Earn them trust, start get bigger and bigger orders and just sink them. Right? But don't listen to me still. I'm just a YouTuber who make up things to get views. Right? But make a move into the politician thing briefly. People of Jamaica, people across the diaspora, listen to me. It seems like lately we've been hearing a lot about politicians and them spouse and all these things. Where you say Lisa and fear husband get caught up in the things. The Lisa and I must say acquitted, but the husband might still get in trouble. Then we hear allegations about Christopher Tufton. Then we hear about the brother and the Minister of Agriculture, Hutchinson. Right? Listen, this is what you have to understand. Whenever things like this happen, Jamaican people ball out say, well, we need tougher laws. Here why that not go work. You can't bring in tougher laws to help stop corruption because the politicians them write the very laws. And when them write those laws, they leave loopholes where them can get run. Right? So if you look on the wording of the law, it's almost impossible for a single politician, you know. That is why they don't go to jail. It's the wording, the little fine print. But this is why even when them get caught, and for example, the Lisa Anna case, you hear them say, yes, there was nepotism, yes, there was cronyism, but this and that wasn't illegal. People, illegal is the key word. Once you know the loophole, them, you can just make sure say you're not doing nothing illegal. What you're doing is wrong, you know. The cronyism and the nepotism is wrong. But the law no care about wrong. The law cares about legal. So when you see all these politicians, Hutchinson and all these men and Wheatley and all these people and Lisa, listen, even if them go in front of the courts, 99 out of 100 times them bust the case. Because the wording is set up in a way with as long as them play and stand on the edge of the law and don't do nothing illegal. Because remember, we're not talking about moral, we're not talking about ethical, we're talking about illegal. And for them to get synced, they need to do something illegal. And they know the law because of them help write the law. So when people say, sir, we need tougher laws to bring in the politics, we're going to write them law there. You think politicians are going to sit down in a God knows and write laws who are going to sink themselves? You think politicians, you think PNP and JLP are going to sit down and come up with tough laws to make PNP and JLP go down a GP and a rise on? Come on, people. Unicorns for sale. 2 for 1. What one think me stop selling unicorn? No. Me just run out with it. Me they run out, but just like Shabba Rank say, about trailer with a unicorn out a wharf. The bad man a custom broker link. People, take care of yourself.